it takes an average of 7 times before someone will buy from your site. 7 times that they have to be at your site or be confronted with an opportunity to learn more information about you. When somebody comes to your website, they don't know who you are. They could just think that you're some kind of a scam artist working in a basement. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. I know I've said this before, but it's so true. They have no clue who you are. They come to your site. It may look good, or they may not even be that impressed with it. I guess if they're not impressed with it, they're not going to get on your list, so we don't have to really worry about the people that are totally unimpressed. They may still need to be convinced. And different types of marketing research has shown that it takes an average of 7 times. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it may take 30 times for certain people. Other people might only take 1 time. The first time they hit your site, they could buy. If everyone was like that, we probably would have less of a need for email marketing. But even if someone bought every time they came to your website, you would want to use email marketing to get them back to your website as often as possible, because those are the people that you want to have coming back to your website as much as possible. By pre-programming a sequence, you can automate the process and have those 7 times, 10 times, 100 times, the email sequence automatically goes out to them, so that it's effortless for you. Once you build it, once you've written the sequence, anyone who signs up at your site will have that follow-up of 7 times. If you had to manage this on your own and even manually send out the emails, it would just get really time-consuming, even with just 50 people on your list, let alone lists that some people have of like hundreds of thousands of emails. So it's beautiful because the software, it's this kind of the same amount of effort it takes you to write the follow-up sequence just to one person. The software can broadcast that to hundreds of thousands of people, and as far as you're concerned, it's the same amount of effort. Obviously, it uses a little more computer resources, but that's okay. It doesn't use more of your time. By having a predefined autoresponder sequence, it builds trust. People realize that you're not just going to disappear because you keep contacting them. And over a period of time, whether it's just a few days or a few months or a few years, you're proving to them that you keep sending them back to your website. It's building that trust that you're still going to be there. It also builds credibility, because if you keep sending them messages and articles and information, well, it starts to make you look like an expert on that topic, and it allows them to see that you know what you're talking about because you've been able to share information with them multiple times. So you want to contact people a minimum of 7 times, but it doesn't have to stop there. You can keep contacting them into the future. And I have these one little theories that I think about, and it's a saying that I say, is that if someone comes to one of my websites and signs up for one of my email lists, I'm going to email them till the end of time, because I've got the name, I've got the email. I'm going to keep broadcasting emails and adding things to my sequences forever. I mean, I'm never going to stop. And of course, people change their email accounts. They may stop going to one. They change their stuff and all that. Well, that's okay. Some people do hold on to email addresses for an extended period of time. And I've even had cases where, I'll tell you a little story. I went to a course on, it was a real estate type of website. So it was a certain type of real estate investment opportunity that I probably went to that website, I guess it was about 5 years ago, more or less, from when I'm recording this. So it was about 5 years in the past. And this is before I started doing internet marketing. About a year before I started doing internet marketing. So I went to the website, and I liked the course. I kind of looked at the website and thought, oh, that's a good course. I'm going to buy that one day. But I didn't have the money to do it. I really didn't. I had other things and other opportunities, not opportunities, obligations, sorry, that required my money. I didn't have the money for it, but I would have loved to purchase that course. So I read the website, and I was thankful that they gave a free course. It was like a 10-day email free course. So I subscribed to the email course, and I read the 10 messages right away. And I took the little mini course, and I was even more excited about buying it. And if I would have had the money, I would have definitely bought it, but I didn't have the money. So I thought to myself, one day when I have the money, I'm going to purchase that course. Well, they kept sending me emails. I got an email from anywhere from 1 to 3 times per week for the next 2 years. 2 years went by. I never read a single one of those emails. Not one. Just the first 10 days. Those are the only ones I read. I kept ignoring it because I still didn't have the money in my mind. No money, no money, no money. I didn't want to read the email and feel bad that I didn't have the money to purchase the course. So roughly 2 years go by, and all of a sudden I was in a position where I had some extra money. And one day, one of those emails landed in my inbox, and I thought, yeah, I've been meaning to buy that course. Let me go check it out again. So the email I know it was the thing that I opened that triggered it. So I went in and I read the email, and I'm sure it was pretty similar to all the other emails they've been sending me that I had been completely ignoring. It wasn't any kind of a special deal or anything, but the fact that the email landed at the top of my inbox that day made me realize that, oh yeah, this was a course that I wanted. So I went to the website and I bought that course, and I think it was about a $300 or $400 course. I'm not sure exactly how much it cost. But that's just one proof that someone could be in your sequence and not buy for a long time. It actually took that website 2 years to get a sale from me. And I ignored 99% of their emails because they probably sent me, well, maybe not 99%, maybe 90% of their emails, because they probably sent me over 100 emails in those 2 years. I'm pretty confident that they did. And I just kept deleting them. I deleted them. But one day I got one and I was in the right mood and I bought the course. If they had given up on me, maybe they thought, well, if we email someone for 30 days and they don't buy by then, they're a lost cause, we're just going to quit trying. What if their sequence was only 2 months long or only 6 months long? They wouldn't have gotten the sale from me. So the fact that they had a long sequence and they were doing a lot of broadcasts over and over again, and they never tried to clean me off their list or get rid of me as a dead weight, it shows that it was profitable for them to do so. My suggestion is, you already have the autoresponder software, you want to use it, and it doesn't cost you anything to add more messages into your sequence. And in fact, even if you want to, after a year down the road, you can just kind of repeat the same sequence year after year, because people, chances are, they might not have gotten that email before, or they may not remember that same email. So at a minimum, at least write 1 year's worth of sequences, and then in year 2, just copy the first year, only make it go out in the second year. And you could tweak them, and the best thing would be to write completely new emails for as long as you can. But as time goes on, just keep adding to your autoresponder. Keep staying ahead of your subscribers so that they always have more things that they're going to stumble upon in the future.